Alright, hello and welcome back to anyone that has been watching the series, anyone just jumping in the series, hey, welcome, come on in, we're about to get into it. So, this is what I would call a recommended first run. We're going to jump in and try to knock out some of these challenges. I don't have a fresh account, so I can't do it alongside you, but I can kind of note out whenever it gets done. So, let's get off into it. Our main thing is going to be getting this kit. This is kind of the bare minimum for completion. And after that, I think getting a first steps towards getting Guardian unlocked with getting 3 Jotunn down. Well, we'll at least get we'll do 1 Jotunn and an exit, so that way there's a lot of talking. Alright, so jump in here. Again, if you haven't done the tutorial, if you already have done the tutorial, go for it. If you're just like, no, I don't want a tutorial, I just want to smack stuff, tell me what I'm doing wrong, keep watching. We'll get to you. Alright, so solo play, jump in. You're welcome to do matchmaking, but I'm going to do all solo play here. I love multiplayer, but I don't get along well with randos on the internet. Sorry. I don't tell you about that. Alright, so you'll load in, you'll have this weird saga quest thing here. We're just going to start with prologue. This is a prologue for us, so let's do it. Alright. So you notice you don't have anything. You are completely naked. You got nothing. You got a standard attack, just punching. You have your one special, which is a kick. So yeah, the first thing you want to do is you want to get some tools. As you notice, you can't really kick down that tree, or you can't harvest this over here, so you need some tools. In order to do that, we are looking for flint, and we are looking for a branch pile. So the first thing you do is just kind of make a lap around your base, or your village. You can see here's your village. Also, if you didn't know, good part about solos, you can actually pause it. Doesn't change anything. So yeah, if you hit escape, hit a little P button. I don't know what it is on console, sorry. I also recommend hitting page down as soon as you jump in. It's a weird place to zoom out, but just completely max out to be able to see stuff. So, alright. We are looking for a branch pile and flint. This right here is a flint deposit. We want this. So, gives us some souls, gives us flint. We need flint. Oop, there's a bad guy. You're welcome to try to fight the bad guys just to get used to him. If it's just one, you can definitely punch him out. It's not terribly tough. But you don't want to be trying to take camps naked unless you know what you're doing. Hey, look, another flint. I'm going to take that. We're going to avoid these guys. I don't really want to fight them right now. Grab that branch pile. Out of here. I'm trying to do a tutorial. Alright. So these guys also drop some stuff like flint. Let's go find another branch pile. I think I need one more branch pile. Those are wolves. So, well, that's amazing. Alright. So branch piles. We need these as well. Great. 2 branch piles, 2 flint. Definitely do it. I don't have the amount that's memorized for getting through the first basic tools. So hey, you made it. You're in village. Nice and safe. Village can be overwhelming to start, but once you kind of zoom in, you realize it's broken into 3 gates, and then really the important key places to know is this right here is the quest board. This is important to know for future, but really for run 1, what we want to know is this guy right here, the blacksmith, who makes weapons, and the armorer, who makes armor, and the tinkerer, who makes tools. So we'll come over here to the tinkerer. There's ingredients, ammunition, constructions. Great. We're just going to focus on tools right now because we need a lumber axe and we need a pickaxe. So if you want to jot it down now, for your opening, you need 5 branches and 3 flint to build both of them. Alright. So now we can go chop down trees, and we can go chop down or pickaxe some stone, and iron, which allow us to start making weapons. Each of the weapons has a starting requirement. So for bows, you need wood. For spears, you need wood. Hammers need stone. Axes need stone. And iron if you need swords. I will start with a sword build. We'll just go basic. We'll go find some iron. So, we're going to go look for iron. You're welcome to run in and out and close it. I typically do not, just because it saves time. And you can just do a little roll, an evasive roll, to, oh look, more wolves. Alright. Just gonna go for the punching. I'm not too worried about my health, as every time I go back to town, I fully heal. Golly, there's a lot of wolves. Alright. Hey, found some iron. There's 4 iron, which I'm pretty sure is enough to make a sword. So, y'all gonna... Y'all good? No, you're not good. Okay. Kick that guy in. Kick him again. And I should be able just to punch this guy out. There we go. Alright. Cool. So, I got some iron, pretty low health, but that's okay. I didn't do anything crazy, just kind of punched him out. And while I'm in town, I heal. And there's our good friend over here, Dagny, who will heal us upon request. Thank you for that. You also fully heal whenever you level, which is a good thing to note. If you're low, just try to get level. Alright, let's go make our sword. So that way we're armed. Hey, we get needed 4. We found 4. Let's go. Alright, so now I got a weapon. Let's come down to the armor. Now I need wood for a shield, which is pretty easy to get. Just gotta chop down some trees. But I also have been beating up on the Docklephar, which are the guys with swords and bows. They will drop leather. This is great because the first set of armor is all leather. And if you want to write that number down, you only need 6 leather in order to have a full set. Pretty nice. So a couple Docklephar will get it done. So, alright, I'm going to go chop down a tree so I can get my shield. But I'm at a pretty good place right now. So we're 6 minutes in, we're still at day 1. I have basic level gear. So this is a good pace, especially for our first run. And if you've been keeping track, we've already built a common item, so now I have the villager starter kit unlocked. So this right here is a shrine. This allows me to teleport to and from different shrines. So I'm going to run down there and go get that knocked out. Because, hey, I can be exploring. Alright. Chop that down. 3 wood. I don't know the number for shield off the top of my head. I think it's 5. Grab some more iron just to have it. Beating up on these goblins. Alright. Yeah, nice and easy. Alright, get some stone. Don't know if I need that. Here we go. All these goblins everywhere. Hey, we leveled. I mean, there's a lot of them. Good thing I got abilities. Bring them back in. Do it again. Alright. I hear the stomping. I know that that's a troll over there. I'm going to come back over here and get this resource, which we really need. It's called silver. It is what I would consider a tier 2 resource. Allows us to get green gear. It's 1 step up. Alright. So for this basic run, I'm just going to click warrior and just go from there. I'll just go ahead and pick the first one in there. So it just gives it to you at the very beginning. Cool. No problem. Alright. Hey, we're going to activate the shrine, get a little more XP. And then we will we'll head back. We'll build that shield. I don't know if I harvest enough trees, but we'll see how it goes. So, defend your village until sunrise. So, at night, your village will be attacked by these hell things, which will come and attack your gates. For a solo game, you don't really care about that until night 3. Your base will be perfectly fine. Ah, I needed 1 more wood. Alright. Let me go chop a tree real quick. tree. Here's one. Get 2 for good measure. Alright. Heads back in town. Close the gate, otherwise we're in trouble. Alright, let's go get that shield.
Hello.
Alright, got ourselves a shield. Now, once you have 250 souls, you're able to upgrade your first crafter. For this one, I'm going to do the blacksmith first. So you hit G to upgrade, and you can just hit the button to give them all. As you see, our gate took no damage first night, so we don't care at all. Alright, so now I have access to green weapons. So hey, I need a villager sword 1 and 14 wolf teeth. Well, luckily, I'd come across some wolves, and they were pretty mean, so they gave me their teeth, so now I actually can upgrade my sword. If you end up taking camps, you can do the Herseer, and it gets crazier, but we got a villager sword, so we're pretty happy about it. Wolf teeth is great to get from tier 1 to tier 2 with the basic stuff. So the next thing I need is more souls to get this guy up to 2, so I can get my green set of armor. Just make me a little bit stronger. Alright, so let's go to the northeast. Let's see what's going on up here. So I haven't really explored too much. We finished our first day. We're 11 minutes in. Nothing too crazy going on. So let's go explore and see if we can't find a camp to take. That's going to give us some fairly good souls, which we like that. So as you see, there's this thing on the radar here, on this little mini map. This is what you can see is a ruin. That means there's a bunch of good treasure up there. You need ramps to get up. I don't have any. So, alright. So this guy is a bow. Now that I have my shield, I can hit the shield to block it. And as you've noticed, my damage has gone up significantly. I'm melting these guys. So, you can tell when they're about to fire, you just hit shift, or whatever the button is. Avoid those. Those are explosive. If you activate them, or if the enemy activates them, they will explode. They hurt everybody. Don't forget about those abilities. Everyone likes some good AoE. This guy's gonna try to come stop me. So, taking camps is a really great way to get going. There's a lot of good XP. As you can see, we've leveled up again. You get a bunch of stuff over here. Hey, look, we got a health potion. Alright, so there's 2 ways to go. I don't personally recommend this one. Combo attacks allow you to harvest resources. I've already got my pickaxe and lumber axe, so I don't really need that. So we're going to get a 4th mana bar, because that seems pretty cool. As you'll also notice, once you hit level 3, you access your mount. So you can summon that horse by hitting Z. I like to go into the settings and changing it from hold to toggle. Same thing with the waystone as well, just because I can tap it, and you'll end up doing that a lot. So just be ready for that. So, alright. I can see this route. These tan paths allow you to move faster. I can see this moves into a frost area. That's going to be too cold for me. So we're going to go a different direction. So we're going to take off, and we'll go take a look at this over here. So, if you want to stop and grab stone, you're welcome to, but hey, for the most part, I'm just trying to get myself geared, take on the first Jotunn, and then buy Frost out, so we can start our second run. Alright, grab this shrine. It's like a checkpoint. If I need to back for any reason, if I need to go buy or sell, actually I am going to back, because that's a great idea. Because I can see that I got enough to level up a guy. So in order to level up your crafters in town, it's 250, 500, 1,000, 250, 500, 1,000, yeah. That's right. So, alright, we'll go ahead and bump Borguild up to level 2. Now I can go get my set of green gear. which first run I'm definitely going to take. And hey, look, this Hessier stuff. I need sword up. Or it gives me sword up, but I only need leather, which I have a ton of at this point, and small bones, which I don't have a whole lot. So I'm going to start with the biggest piece, which is always the chest plate. That'll give me the most advantage. And then the second biggest piece, which will be the pants. And then from there, it's a tie between the helmet and the boots, and then ending with gloves. So I've gotten 3, which means I need 2 more small bones to finish off my Herseer set. So I'm actually going to take a slight detour from this journey and go down here and go find some small bones. As you can guess, small bones come from small creatures such as goblins. Or you can find bone piles in certain areas like the desert or the frost area, which require temperatures. So we're just going to stay in... Hey look, there's 2 small bones. Let's go back and finish off my set. Actually, we're going to take this camp here real quick. So camp sizes we'll talk about for just a second. There's small camps, there's medium camps, and large camps. Large camps are much harder. They drop a lot of good loot. Small camps are easy and quick to clear. And medium I kind of avoid just because they don't offer as much rewards as large, and they take too long. So we also saw that big thing that a Jotunn has spawned. Hey look, we have an indicator telling us which direction the Jotunn is. So this is perfect. We're already this way. We're going to go find him, because my goal is to get him down and get him out. That's a troll. We want to avoid those if we can, but luckily for us, it's a 120 power area, which means they're fairly weak, as you notice. Even if I try blocking his attacks, I'm still taking damage. The reason for that is that kind of sheen sound effect with their eyes glowing red. That means those are unblockable attacks, also known as critical hits. Best way to do that is to dodge roll. Those will prevent all damage. So the better you get at dodge rolling, the easier it becomes. I'm just going to go for the full damage. Since I've seen how much damage he does to me, I know that I can just beat him just by just taking him down. Alright. Troll down, we're going to grab this chest, and then we're going to head back, because I got enough to upgrade one of my vendors to level 3. But notice I can't pick this up. Well, that's because I have 4, as I can scroll and see that I have 4 different types of consumables already there. The jars are kind of fun, because they're goofy kind of landmines you set and you can blow up later. I typically avoid them, because I died to them a lot. So... something else you'll see down here is we got our first rune. How fun! Runes are pretty much the mechanic in the game that makes it roguelite, as these are different every time. This one doesn't really do anything for us, and I'm not even going to talk about it because it's not worth our time. So, alright, I got 850. So I can bump one of these guys up to level 3. So, I don't have enough for level 3 armor. So we're going to go get a level 3 weapon. So Steiner goes up to 3, you get a ton of XP. Alright, what's missing here? Oh, there's no level 3 for Villager, because we're kind of past the Villager stage. We're starting to become a hero, where we need to get into elements. Blue is the last tier for that, so alright, that's fine. And Hessier 3 is actually going to be locked behind an unlock anyway, that you need to craft a blue item for to get to. So, what we're going to do instead is we are going to... Oh, Raider Axe 3 is also blue, huh? Is there... Hammer's blue, that's locked. It's all elemental. That's okay. This is a good first run. We don't need to get all the blue stuff. So, we'll just stop here and take the take this full set of gear. So let's go get our stuff upgraded. We'll get the shield. We can see we already have one because we have one in inventory. Have one in inventory. Get the arm guards. Have one in inventory, and we got boots. So cool. All of our stuff's level 3. Let's go find that Jotunn. I'm gonna go beat him up. Repair bench is also something I'm talking about, because you can see that your stuff gets degraded over time. You can see how much it costs to repair it. So 20 to fix it up. To get my shield fixed up, 6. armor will pretty much never break unless you're dying a lot. So I am just going to do a quick little repair all for 40 souls to make sure I'm fully topped off before I go hunting this Jotunn down. So I feel fairly confident I can take him at this level. So we're going to go make sure he gets done. So don't forget to summon your trusty steed. That's tempting. Alright. So we can always jump, do a little roll. You'll take some damage, but that's okay. You'll make it back later. It's always worth activating shrines on the way. So here, I have the option where I can go up into more of a mana base, where I'm using my mana skills. I can go down here into defensive, where if I'm worried about taking damage, I can dodge roll easier. Or I can go over here into more of a damage base. So, elemental spells, just straight up damage, and defensive. Your choice here. I recommend Reckless Roll to start, just because you're still getting used to the game. And I'm going to do that too. I usually would go Final Act just for more damage, because it makes stuff deader quicker. So, we're just going to go find that Jotunn. I'm just going to skip these goblins. I don't really need to fight them. They're mean anyway. And they're not my target. So, we got ourselves a full set of Herseer. They're going to be mean. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to stop and fight these guys. Because I hit a barrier. Okay. So, as you can tell, there's a barrier here. We are going to take a bit to chew through it. You gotta get these down. These will be really, really helpful later on once we get into actually trying to get all five ancients down. So, sorry, that's just a force of habit. Get in the habit of picking up silver when you can. It's going to be real helpful getting through stuff early. It's a critical resource for getting up to tier 2. So as you can tell, your mounts have health, so the more damage you take while you're mounted will put the mount on cooldown. So just be careful about that. You may have to go on foot for a bit just to prevent them from going on cooldown. Alright, so here we have entered into this kind of purple haze. This is indicative of we are close to the Jotunn known as Angrboda. This is the Dark Jotunn. Each Jotunn has an element that's associated with them. There's 4 different Jotunn, 4 different elements. So this is the Dark one, known as Angrboda. The first one's always the easiest, as that typically is the trend, and they just get tougher over time. Now, for this run, we're just going to fight her and just see if we can just take her down, because that's the whole goal. And by see, I mean definitely. So you notice I got this little debuff over here. That's an armor ring coming from void type attacks. That's just one of the perils of fighting dark enemies. So, Angrboda has 3 different moves. Her first move is this summon, where she will bring out some hell things to attack you, apply the armor ring. The second thing is this hand, which is incredibly dangerous. It does a ton of damage and targets one player, and she'll do it. And it just appears beneath you. And you hear that kind of 2 effects that sound kind of like magical, like body hits. So she has her summon. Recommend using the big AoE to clear those guys. Dodge roll. I've got that long dodge roll. I'm gonna stand over here, see if I can get her to do her 3rd move. Yep, sir. Just kidding. More summoning. I am getting these little health balls that drop from this rune that I picked up called Life Loot. I don't think that's stock, so I'm gonna unequip that. Hey, there's the circles. So these circles just do a drain if you stand in them, and that's all there is to it. The fight. It's pretty straightforward. If you stay right at her feet, she's less likely to do the circles, since there's not a target in range. That would be a viable hit for that, so it'd kind of be like a wasted action for her. She may still do it, just depending on how she's feeling. You never know. Sometimes she's spicy. So. just wail on her. Oop. Starting to die, so I'm going to scroll down to that health potion I got earlier. I'm going to pop that health potion. It's a good thing for clearing camps. They're pretty high chance of dropping health potions, which is a good thing to have. Finish her off. There it is. Alright, so she'll drop a couple of potions. A nice health potion 3. Jotunn fragments, which we'll talk about later, and super helpful. And of course, a nice rune for us. Thanks for that. And a level. So, hey, look at that. We downed her. The first Jotunn's down. We can hit T, teleport back. And that is our good first run, getting a bunch of basic stuff completed. So after you've done everything you wanted to do, and you think you can't hang out any longer, that's when you go take our friend the Bifrost, which I took the long way apparently. Hey, look at that. Return to Valhalla. Okay. Just auto-selected that for me. So yeah, it'll give you a prompt screen. You hit it. And that's it. You did it. Well done, Honor Jar. You've completed your first run. Congratulations. We didn't do a whole lot of exploring. We didn't talk about everything, but that's okay. We just wanted to get a couple things checked off just to make life easier. So at the end, it'll give you your stat screen. You'll see all of the bits and bobs for what you did, all your score. You won't get a terribly huge amount of Valhalla XP for completing just one Jotunn, but it's okay. When you're low level, you really don't need it too much. You'll get a golden horn for every time you kill a Jotunn, which, not bad. So, let's switch over. So, you will now have a bunch of stuff to claim. And I recommend claiming things, or getting used to claiming things. There'll be a square around it that's highlightable. And here, hopefully, you'll hit a level. I think the first level is 3,000, which one Jotunn should do. So you'll claim that, and it'll give you some golden horns. And then you can go to challenges, lifetime. You can click claim on everything that you have succeeded in. So you should have this set now, because we built a common, and you should have this new rune, an uncommon. So we'll grab that. And then you probably get some golden horns for playing with the pet equip. I think that was a good idea. So you should have 5 golden horns. You should have gotten your first Jotunn piece, which will give you a cosmetic Einar Jar set. And then I don't know if that counts as completing a saga quest. I don't remember what that all entails. But anyway, so that'll get that done, which is great. Saga challenges. You're not getting any saga challenges, but hey, on class you got your first exit in Seer, so one step closer. So what this means for us now is you can go into your accessories and you can equip your first starting kit, which for this kind of tutorial series is going to be really helpful because you'll have the villager starter kit, which if you remember, that saves us a good amount of time there in the beginning. Now, what to do with all those golden horns you got? You probably have a good, if I had to guess, 9, maybe 10. There's a couple of things you could do at this point. I personally recommend going in and grabbing the Harvester Starter Kit, because I think it's the best one. It's incredibly good in the long run. Or going in and picking up the Raider Axe 3, if that is something that you think you're going to play. For this tutorial, I am going to say pick up Raider Axe 3 because it's going to be pertinent in the next video. Because we're going to do a gearing run on just getting used to gearing yourself and getting ready to take down ancients. So we will continue on then. But hey, you spin your horns how you want. That is your call to make. You should have a fair amount of them. So thanks for watching. I hope you had a good understanding of what's going on in the first run. If I didn't explain anything, feel free to drop comments and I should be able to ask them below. Or visit us on the Discord. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Sail, sail.